Hey, welcome back to How Cities Talk. This is a series where Pittsburgh and the Twin Cities are currently battling it out one weird regional word at a time. Season 1 is all about language, identity, and the very specific ways our cities confuse outsiders. Today's matchup, you ask? Well, it's Pittsburgh's Jaggerbush versus Minnesota's legendary Duck Duck Grey Duck. So let's get into it. Episode 3 officially begins now. We've got thorny bushes, childhood arguments, and regional chaos. But before the rivalry starts, let's celebrate something wholesome. Both cities proudly say pop. Not soda, not Coke, pop. Pittsburgh and Minnesota standing together like two Midwestern cousins at a cookout arguing over potato salad recipes. It just makes me so proud. Well, what exactly is a Jaggerbush, you ask? In Pittsburghese, it's basically any thorny plant waiting to personally attack you. If you grew up in Western PA, chances are you've heard somebody yell, "Watch out for them Jaggerbushes," while hiking, gardening, or just trying to exist peacefully outdoors. The word comes from Scots-Irish roots, combining jag, meaning a sharp poke, with bush, basically a bush designed by nature to ruin your afternoon. Around Pittsburgh, it's often used for blackberry bushes, briars, or anything spiky enough to scratch your legs through jeans. And apparently, Pittsburghers have very strong opinions about what officially counts as a Jaggerbush. So, let's investigate with Johnny Pittsburgh.
Today, we are going to end the debate. Ow! What is a Jaggerbush? Is it a burr? Is it a thorn bush? Yes, we know this is called a burr. Technically, in botany terms. We're not scientists, we're just Pittsburghers trying to have a little fun. Geez. Marianne from Green Tree grew up calling these Jaggerbushes. Tommy from the north side calls this a thorn bush. We have no idea what this is. Again, we're not scientists here. This hurts. These little jags. These are little jags. This little guy pinches the shit out of us. This also jags. See that? That hurts. It sticks. It's got little hooks. My little 10-year-old neighbor calls this a Jaggerbush. So, who's correct? Guess what? We're all correct. It doesn't matter what you call it. This is a Jaggerbush. This is a Jaggerbush. Yes, this is a thorn Jaggerbush. This little guy's a little jag. They're all Jaggerbushes. What have we learned today? Don't be a jag.
Now for Pittsburgh's other famous contribution to the English language, Jagoff. A Jagoff is somebody acting like a jerk, an idiot, or a complete nuisance. Here are some examples. That Jagoff cut me off in traffic. Don't be a Jagoff, put your shopping cart back. Honestly, Pittsburgh uses this word so efficiently, it should probably be federally protected. This week's Pittsburgh featured shops are Pittsburgh Wash Company. They're bringing Pittsburgh spirit to handcrafted soaps, and Lawrenceville Distilling Company, creators of small batch local spirits including a very Pittsburgh-sounding Jaggerbush gin. Now, we head to Minnesota, where children grow up playing Duck Duck Grey Duck instead of Duck Duck Goose. Yes, Minnesotans saw a perfectly normal game and said, what if we made this slightly more confusing? Well, the phrase actually comes from Scandinavian immigrants, especially Swedish settlers who brought over a similar game that literally translated to Duck Duck Grey Duck. So while the rest of America picked Goose, Minnesota stayed loyal to its Nordic roots. And if you think Minnesotans take this seriously, here's Twin Cities PBS explaining why Grey Duck defenders never back down.
Stop. Complete the sentence. If you just said goose, you're wrong, at least in Minnesota.
That's because the children's game most Americans know as Duck Duck Goose is known as Duck Duck Grey Duck in Minnesota. But why?
There's not much hard evidence out there, but according to one theory, the game originated in Sweden, where it was known by two names, Anka Anka Gås, which means Duck Duck Goose, and Anka Anka Grå Anka, which means Duck Duck Grey Duck.
More Swedish immigrants came to Minnesota than any other state, so it makes sense that the game became popular here. And it was only in Minnesota where the Anka Anka Grå Anka version of the game was adapted into English, giving us Duck Duck Grey Duck.
Since then, Duck Duck Grey Duck has become iconic in Minnesota. You can find it mentioned everywhere from t-shirts to rap songs, which
And this week's Twin Cities featured shops are Grey Duck Soap Company, who have handmade Minnesota-inspired soaps, and Duck Duck Coffee, proving once again that Minnesotans will put Duck Duck on absolutely anything. And that's episode 3 of How Cities Talk. Are you Team Jaggerbush or Team Grey Duck? And don't forget to drop your favorite regional words in the comments. Remember, different cities, different codes. Thanks for joining, and hit that subscribe button if you like what you hear.